Hi Jack, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your video evaluation on your hitting. So we always start off with doing the setup. What your setup is. If we can dominate the setup, Jack, we have a chance to hit. Okay, so let's talk about your setup a little bit. Okay, as far as the distance between your feet, that's pretty good. Okay, one thing I would recommend though is that make sure your feet are both pointing the same way. It's like this foot's pointing kind of at that angle, and this foot's pointing the way it's supposed to, kind of straight. Okay, we want both our feet to look exactly the same, buddy. Okay, both our feet to look exactly the same. And we should be just a little bit past shoulder width apart. Okay, so as far as where your hands are at, okay, height-wise they're fine. We like to have those hands about equal with your ear hole on your helmet. That looks pretty good. As far as the bat angle goes, I would like to see the bat angle, instead of being behind your head, to actually having it over the top of your helmet. Okay? Jack, I want you to think about it like this. Every time you're in the batter's box, I want you to pretend like the end of your bat, the knob down here, okay, oops, let's try this. The knob right here, okay, is facing, pretend like it's a flashlight. And you need to shine the flashlight on the catcher. Okay? When you look at your setup, you know, I'm not sure, the flashlight's pointing back towards over here someplace. In here. I want that flashlight pointing towards the catcher. Okay, when you do that, you put yourself in a better position to be short to the baseball. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll through here and see what we see. The first thing I notice is your hands start to drop way, way, way down. See that? From here you go down, 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 down. Then you stop going down. You take your stride foot, then your bat disappears on me. I can't even see your bat, it's so low. Okay, at this point in your swing, buddy, your bat should still be like this. Okay, it should still look like that. Instead of, you know, see how it's dropping down? Now you're going forward. You see how your body's moving forward, bud? Okay, that step you're taking is called a stride. Okay, the stride is the timing mechanism for hitting. Okay, it's the one thing as a hitter you can control. Okay, we stride to get on time with the pitcher. We pick out a point in his wind-up, in his delivery, that we're going to stride every time. It's not dependent on what kind of pitch it is or where the pitch is at or anything. It's when sometimes it'll be for a guy that throws hard, it'll be when his hands separate. Other times it'll be at the top of his windup. Other times it'll be as soon as he starts moving if he throws really hard. Okay, but right now when you stride, you transfer your weight at the same time. When we take our stride, buddy, we take this step right here, forward, our weight stays back. We don't transfer our weight. See, all your weight's transferred and you haven't even started swinging yet. So you're not going to have any power at all because your weight's already on your front side. Now you're just swinging with your arms. Okay, because your weight's already been transferred. Okay, so we got to remember, it's all hitters do the same thing, buddy. They go load, stride without transferring weight, And then when they swing, they transfer their weight. You do it a step too early. And that's going to get you in big trouble as you get older. And guys start throwing harder. Okay? So we got to get our stride foot down without transferring weight. Okay? And you see those hands dropping down? Okay? Now you see you had a really good setup. Now you look how wide you are. Does that look athletic? I could drive a truck between your legs. That's not very athletic right there, Jack. Okay? We have to be athletic in the batter's box. That's not athletic. That's way too wide. It also looks like you're opening up, too. You're opening your feet up at kind of an angle like that. And that's a bad thing to do, too, because it opens up that hip. And when you open up the hip, it opens up the front shoulder. You open the front shoulder, you don't hit. Simple as that. You just aren't going to be able to hit with that front shoulder open. Okay, let's see where you are at contact, okay, as far as your hands and body goes. Okay. Okay, see where you are right now, Jack? I want you to think about where your belly button is right now. Okay, right now your belly button is facing about where the second baseman would play on the diamond. Okay? And that's where you want it to be. But, Bud, this is where you should be at contact. Okay, and you can see where the ball is in the frame there. It's not close. So what's going to happen is you're going to keep rotating and rotating and rotating and rotating. And when we finally make contact right there, okay, now your chest and belly button's facing the pitcher. So the only pitch you're going to be able to hit now is a pitch on the outside half of home plate, or the inside half of home plate. The outside pitch is going to really be tough for you because your front shoulder's already rotated off the baseball. Okay, the longer you can stay square to home plate, the more balls you're going to square up. Okay, so let's talk about some good things here. Okay, this is really good. Okay, this leg is in good shape right there. Your lower half's in good shape right there. Okay, your front arm right now, your right arm, should be like this right now. Okay, at contact you should have an L in your arm. You can see when you make contact, you've already pretty much extended both arms. And that's too early for that. We got to hit through the baseball, and our extension comes after contact, not before. Okay, finish is pretty good. No problem with your finish. And look at that swing right there, Jack. What happened to your lower half right there? See how you're just standing up? What happened to our bend in our back leg? Now it's just barely bent at all. The harder, Jack, we can push this knee down to the inside of that front foot, the more force we can do that with, the harder and farther your balls are going to travel in the air. Okay? You have to use your lower half. You have to use your lower half. Okay, so how do we fix that big old hitch you got when your hands drop down? Okay. See where, look where your bat's at, Jack. See, it's almost against your back right now. And right now that bat should be just like this. Right there. Coming down to the contact zone on a downward angle so you can put backspin on the baseball. So, Jack, you're like almost every hitter I've ever had in my whole coaching career. You're going to have to make yourself into a hitter, okay? That means you got to get in the driveway or in the garage and have your dad draw some lines for you so you can take a load and a stride and have your foot land in the same spot every time. Right now, almost everything you do is unrepeatable. And that's going to make it tough for a hitter from a hitting standpoint. Okay? So I would do a drill called an T under drill, where I take my T I would get a tee out, and I put it right under your back foot. Okay? And that way, it forces you to swing over the top of that tee and makes your hands go forward instead of just dropping down like this. See how your hands start dropping? That can't happen. Your hands got to go forward and down at the same time. Watch that bat. Watch that bat, Jack. Whack! You just hit that tee. Okay? If you do that drill, that'll help you prevent from doing that. Okay, buddy, I hope that helped you a little bit. I got some work to do, but, you know, that's what it's about, right? That's what it's about. How bad do you want to be good? But you definitely got to get those hands moving, stop moving forward or downhill, or down like that, and shorten that stride up and make sure you don't transfer weight on your stride. Hope you had a good time at camp. I look forward to working with you on the next one, and have a great rest of your summer, buddy. Bye-bye.